Another crazy busy week in the works. Let's get it going. Hey, and welcome to Sandy Plans, where I show you how I use my minimal planners to manage my non-minimal life. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. If you're new here, welcome and thanks for stopping by. I hope you'll enjoy the video and consider subscribing. Today I'm going to be setting up Monday the 5th through Sunday the 11th of September 2022 in my new vertical weekly layout. This is a layout that I'm testing out from a collection that I'm going to be releasing on my website at the end of the month. At the moment, I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. I know it fits in with, it's a very Hobonichi cousin-esque type vertical layout, but I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with it for me personally. I did film, so this is the second week that I'm in this layout. I did film last week's layout. Actually, I'll show you in a minute. I filmed last week's layout, but I lost the footage, so I didn't end up posting that video. But to walk you through this layout, we've got Monday through Sunday in a vertical layout. It's undated. I've got a to-do section, a to-buy section, and then the habits I've broken up into two different lists at the bottom. I'm really trying to maximize the amount of space that I've got. I might actually bring up some of this so that it's not sitting so low and give me just a little bit of space. For me personally, I'm finding it that the columns are a little bit too narrow for me, but we'll just see how it works out. I'm still liking it in terms of keeping it in the collection. I might just do a couple of little tweaks before I release them. Let's go through last week. I did have both the girls all week. Chloe was homesick all week. She didn't go to school once last week. Kira was homesick Thursday and Friday, and she missed out on she had a sleepover with a girlfriend and all of her friends on Friday night to celebrate one of their birthdays, and she missed out because she still was a bit sick. It was crazy busy at work. As you can see, like with the icons in here, these are the same icons that I've always used. They're just they're taking up a little bit too much real estate on the line, and I really like having the icons in here. So today we're going to change it up just a little bit. I'm probably not going to use these big icons. I'm just going to use smaller color dots to see if that works, but we'll go through and keep testing it out. And just got to realize I did that and I did that and we did that, and this is still going on. Okay, cool. So fairly busy week. Yesterday was Mammoth, so I'm filming this on Sunday, which is Father's Day in Australia. So shout out to all the dads. Hope you got spoiled massively by all the kidlets. But yesterday was pretty big. I had a therapist appointment. We met the dog sitter for next week. I'll get into that a little bit later. I had a hair appointment, had a mani-pedi, and then I did some designing of some inserts for the wedding. Wow, I can't get words out today. So I did some designing of some inserts for the website, and then Brett and I had a date night at home. With the week being as crazy busy as it was, we've barely seen each other all week. And if we have, I've been half asleep. So Friday and Saturday night this week, we kind of just decided to just have quiet nights at home together, just have dinner, watch something on the TV, and just basically spend time together. So that was nice. Today, as I said, is Father's Day. We had lunch all with Brett's family, including his kids and his ex and his sister and their kids and his mum and dad. So it was a really nice big family lunch out of the Bavarian at Wiggle Park. Oh my God, so full. But anyway, and now I'm getting into planner time. I'll do some editing tonight and get ready for the week. I'll give you a quick flip through. This is kind of part of my new weekly setup. I started putting together a bit of a social media planning type spread, and it was great in theory, but with the week being how it was, I didn't actually follow through on any of it. So we'll see how it works out this week coming. Monday, I didn't actually plan in here. Chloe was homesick, was juggling everything with work. Tuesday was much the same. Wednesday, Kira was she was feeling pretty oogie on Tuesday and think that was the day that she had her netball tryouts. Yeah. So Tuesday she had netball tryouts. She wasn't feeling very well, but she went to school anyway. Wednesday, this happens to be the one day of her fortnight where she has all her favourite classes, so she wanted to go to school that day as well. Much to, yeah, anyway, I wasn't very happy about it. I wanted her to stay home, but anyway, she went to school, and then she decided to cook dinner for us that night. She was trying out a recipe from Food Tech for some burgers. She did a really great job, actually. We really enjoyed it. Thursday was another busy day. I didn't actually put much in the planner, but we had to go to the tailor, so I get my dress fixed up for the wedding for this weekend that's now coming. We had to get the Father's Day present. Oh, actually, I'm going to tickle these off. And we had to get the birthday present for her friend for Friday, which didn't end up happening. Friday was supposed to be a non-meeting day. I don't think I spent more than 5 minutes off the phone at any one given time, so that was another busy day. Stephen picked up the girls, and yeah, Brett and I just had a nice quiet night at home. Yesterday, as I said, really busy day. One of our doggos, Indy, was really unwell. She was getting sick after dinner, so Brett was up with her most of the night last night, and my cousin and his then girlfriend got engaged as well, so really excited about that. So Ryan's the last of the three of those brothers to get engaged. His older brother is the wedding I'm going to next weekend, and the eldest of the three is the wedding that I'm going to in January, which I just remembered I better put in here that we organised the tickets for that, so please hold. Alright, so just put in some notes. I'll fill in the flight details off camera, but basically we've got now flights organised. So I've got my travel dates organised now. I've got to get the leave approved at work. My boss had already said to me that it's all okay. Just got to get some logistics organised, but at least we've got our dates. Yeah, okay, perfect. So where are we? So this is Sunday. I'm just going to go through now and do my weekly reflections. I'm going to do that off camera and I'll come back, and then I'll do my weekly actions as well. Okay, so I've done my weekly actions for this week. For personal, I've got a lot of this is getting ready for the wedding on the weekend. So getting my fake tan done and do a moisture treatment and a colour wash on my hair. Yes, I just went to the hairdresser yesterday to get the colour topped up, but when you've got red in your hair, you have to keep topping it up pretty much with every wash. So I'm going to get all of that done probably on Thursday night, just to make sure that it's ready to go for the weekend. Fun recreation. There's a lot of partying to be had this weekend, so that's going to be the big one to look forward to with my cousins and the extended family. In terms of TV show, we've got She-Hulk, House of the Dragon, and we started watching Rings of Power, and oh my God, that was awesome. I actually think I'm enjoying it more than House of the Dragon, to be honest with you, but just keep that between you and me for now. Work and learning, I want to get 2 videos up. I'll also have to film next week's plan with me probably early because we're not coming back from the Hunter in time for me to get that done over the weekend, next weekend. So probably have to do a little bit more pre-work there. I need to keep getting through the insert designs for the websites and loading them up as products as well. So just got to keep all that going. And if I'm going to hit the end of the month target that I've set myself for health and wellness, nothing's changed here. Vitamins, water, sleep, literally no change. Personal growth the same, no change here. Daily journaling, really want to start embedding that habit into a PM routine before I close out my day every day. I'm pretty good at, closing out my day at work, but in terms of, family time and personal time, this seems to be a little bit more, same with 30 minutes device free time. It's, optional when I feel like it, if I'm not too exhausted, and I need to start making that a bit of a priority. And doing my weekly reflections, which I need to go back and tick the box for this week because I've just done that. Financial, do the weekly check-in, make sure we're still on track. for the end of the month, and physical environment is to tidy up my office nook. It's starting to get a little bit crazy in here again, so I'm going to do a bit of a clear out and get rid of some of the packaging of all the stuff that I've gotten lately and all the things. So that's my weekly actions. Before we get into setting up the weekly inserts, let's take a quick check of the monthly. Now, I did not lose the footage for my monthly setup, but with the week the way that it was, I didn't get a chance to edit and post it. So that's going to be happening this week. You'll see how all of this came together. There are a couple of new additions that I've added along the way. I'd forgotten Lana's birthdays later on in the month, so as I did a quick scroll through my iCal, I found that and I've put that in. What else do we have that I've added in? Just a few things over this weekend as they were forming up. And that's pretty much it. So this week, nothing much in terms of the front end of the week, just my usual YouTube hangout stuff with Cindy. And then Fridays where it starts to get a little bit crazy. So Thursday we're going to have to do all of our packing and all of our getting ready to go up to the Hunter. Friday, Brett's got his tattoo appointment, and then we're quickly skedaddling up for a pre-wedding family barbecue. So that'll be really nice, actually. One of my cousins whose wedding we're going to in New Zealand next year, he's come down with the family for the wedding. So it'd be really nice to see him. They've brought their brand new bubs. Really excited to meet her. I think she'd be my second cousin, I think it works out. Anyway, never mind. She's absolutely gorgeous. And then we've got the wedding on Saturday, and that will go into the early hours of Sunday, I have no doubt. And then Sunday we'll be coming back from the Hunter, picking up the girls. And yeah, okay, cool. So pretty light front end of the week. A few things to go in to the end. Let's get into it. Now, I just realized I didn't go through my materials list. I got a little bit carried away with talking you through the inserts. So we've got the new vertical insert for my pen. I'm going to be using my cleaner as per usual, and I'll be using my tweezers, my slice tool, and my metal ruler. In terms of some stickering, I've got my whiteout just in case there are any mistakes, which I'm sure there will be. And I mentioned earlier I'm not going to use my icons this week. There's probably only one that I might use in here, plus my usual work stickers. So they're probably the only ones I'm going to put in. So I've pulled out the small dots from Creative Sticker Co. So I've got all my usual colours in here. I just realised I'm going to pull out the grey for Brett's tattoo appointment. So we're going to use those. Okay, let's start setting this baby up. With this week at work, I've got a few things going on this week. So I'm going to be in the office on Monday and Tuesday this week. I know, a very different schedule to usual. So let's get that in first. And I mentioned already, I'm still kind of getting used to this layout. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it, to be honest with you. I can see how it'll work for a lot of different people. I just don't think it fits my personal style, but I'm gonna keep using it for the rest of this month at least, and see if I can make it work. And just try out different things every week to see if I can kind of get a little bit more comfortable with it. Sometimes you get stuck in a bit of a planner rut, and that's where I was a little bit with that horizontal layout. And funnily enough, sometimes you need to push yourself to realize that what you were using was really what works for you. So I might go back to it, or I might try something new after this one. I'm not quite sure. We're gonna have a couple of different weekly layouts on the shop, so I'm thinking I might try at least all of them at least once, if that makes sense. So Wednesday through Friday, I'm gonna be working from home because I will have done my 2 days in the office by being in on Monday and Tuesday. And quick little hack, if you use the photo stickers, like the photo printers, keep the backing because they work really well as kind of like a place, like they kind of hold the stickers from sticking onto your actual inserts. It makes it a little bit easier to lift up without ripping into the paper. So I used one of these photos from last week, so see how easy that was to just lift that up, and it hasn't damaged the inside, so that's just one of my tricks. Because otherwise these are actually really super sticky, and sometimes they lay down, and just in the time that it takes me to cut them off, they really grab onto the paper and then it rips it on the way up. So this is my little trick for when I want to make sure that that doesn't happen. Okay, so I've got my work schedule in. The kids were picking up on Sunday, so this is where I start to get a little bit confused with the whole vertical layout, because we're only going to have them for part of the day. So what I'm thinking, if it doesn't use too much of my day up, because we're not quite sure what time we're leaving the hunter either, but I'm thinking that I'm going to do it this way and give this a go. Alright, now, and I've put that on the wrong day. That's awesome. Good work, Sandra. Try that again. I know I said I was only going to use one icon, but I changed my mind because that's what I do. Oh, that no. I'll get the matte version. Put that here. So because we're going to be in the hunter all weekend, we're not going to be seeing Aiden and Ella, because normally they would come on the Friday and they'd get collected on a Sunday. So we're going to miss out this weekend, but we'll see them again in a couple of weeks. We just saw them today, so that was nice. And I want to do I think I've mentioned this before, this purple color, or dusty as it's called, is the color I use for any like group activities or dates or family stuff, basically anything that is not just any one of us. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lay this across Saturday and Sunday, and wow, I think I've got that right in the middle. Okay, cool, perfect. So I'm gonna mark that. I do want to put some sort of an icon there. Let's find something. Okay, that was easier than what I expected. Okay. And I'm going to use my uni pin to write on this one. Okay, now I almost lost lettering chicken there, and what I've noticed is with these printed vinyl labels, the uni pin does not like it. It starts to skip and gunk up, so you will see me pull out a piece of paper and start to clean it off, just until I got a nice consistent ink coming through. But yeah, it becomes a little bit painful, so I'm not quite sure what to do there, but Anyway, we'll keep going. Now, that's the big chunks that we've got on. Let's start going day by day and working out what I've got on the schedule. So Monday and Tuesday I'm going to be driving into the city, and I typically leave just before 7 to do that, but I do have a patron hangout with Cindy at 6:30. I'm going to miss her live show because I'll be driving, and YouTube plus controlling a car do not go together. So I'm going to put in my hangout. Alright, so I've got that, and I'm going to be at work all day. I'm going to leave the rest of the day open because if I have energy, I'm going to be doing some insert designs and product load in here, but I don't want to put that in just yet. Tuesday is free except for bin night, so I'm going to get that in. But this time I'm actually going to put it in at the bottom. Wednesday I'm going to be working from home. I've got another, making sure I'm looking at the right week. Yep, I've got another patron hangout at 6 a.m. Okay, and again I'm going to leave the evening a little bit open because I don't have anything scheduled. Thursday I'm going to put a bit of a to-do list in, even though I've got nothing really scheduled. How do I do that? Let's take a look. I know I said no icons. Believe me, I know I said no icons, but I just can't help myself. I think that's part of the reason why I'm not jiving with this layout so much, is that I can't use all my usual icons. So I'm going to put that in here, and this is a bit of a joint to-do list, so I'll explain why in a minute. Okay. I'm going to use a slightly different pen. So I picked up this Uni Emot at Officeworks a couple of weeks ago. It's like this dusky grey type colour. I haven't used it yet, so I just want an excuse to use it, if that makes sense. To do, I'm going to put in a couple of dots. I'm using my Zig Clean Colour dot marker in Platinum. I got this one from Bambuku. So if you're in Australia, they're a good option for cool pens and stuff. And they're based in Melbourne with really good shipping times. So definitely a recommendation. Now, Thursday, we're going to have to pack our bags. I need to fake tan, and I will need Brett's help for that because I can't reach my back. What else do I need to do? Oh, that's right, the hair stuff. So we're going to be doing a quick tidy up of the house. And the reason, well, other than the usual reason, we've got a dog sitter coming to help us Friday through Sunday. And they're going to be coming in and feeding Indy and Octavia while we're away. I'll just get you back in frame. So we don't want to leave the house a complete mess. So we'll get some of that done on Thursday night. Friday, Brett's got his tattoo appointment at 1:30. I'm going to start a little bit higher than I normally would. And hopefully that's the last appointment for his tattoo. And then we've got, I just want to make a note here, the dog sitter's going to bring dinner for Indy and Octavia. And she said that would be somewhere around the 6 o'clock mark. And again, I don't know what time this family barbecue or pre-wedding barbecue is, but I'm just going to assume it's going to be somewhere around the 7 p.m. mark because that just seems reasonable. And again, that's going to last until, I assume that's going to be a late night. Every time we all get together, it tends to be a big night. Alright, so we'll get in the car. colour dot for Brett's appointment. We've got grey for Brett. We've got taupe for the doggos. Our usual dog sitter wasn't available this weekend, so she's just had surgery. So we had to go with someone new. We met her yesterday. She was actually really nice. She seemed to really like the dogs. And our girls are super friendly when it comes to humans, so they always are on their best behaviour when they're meeting someone new. So that was good. Now, Saturday, there is only one thing, and that is the wedding. It's at 2:30. And I think I'm going to make this a bit fancy, to be honest with you. Okay, so this is the Unipin fine line. Now you'll notice this one's a black barrel. So the one that I use to mark on the transparents and anything that's kind of like plasticky, I use the grey barrel. This one's the oil-based marking pen. The black one, which is the one I'm about to use, is a pigment ink. So it's water-based. It works really well on paper, cardboard. Sometimes I've noticed it can feather depending on the texture of the paper, but on this one it's really, really nice. But yeah, it's really nice. It's really dark. It's really easy to write with. It's a fine liner. This one's the 0.2 just because I don't have a lot of space to play with, so I'm picking up a thin one, but I've got a couple of different sizes. So anytime I'm using the uni pins on paper, I make sure I grab my black barrel. Anytime I use a transparency or a vinyl sticker, I grab the grey barrel, because if I use this on normal paper, it'll bleed straight through, which I'm not put it there. So how do I want to do this? So I ended up swapping into my 0.5 in the uni pin just for wedding, because I wasn't planning to do any photography. So really would like to put some colour in there, but I'm just not. Actually, I know what I can do. So this is another emote, and this is like a pink colour. I'm just gonna fill in a love heart. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm gonna leave it. I really want to do more, but I'm gonna leave it because that's enough, Sandra. And I know this isn't the right colour code for it, but I don't want to mess with it too much. It looks too pretty, so I'm just going to put this in here. So I've got the time worked out. Okay, so I've got, let me get you back in frame. I'm flipping all over the place. And yes, you might notice I'm not using my normal cutting board to write on. I decided to give it a go, and I actually don't mind it. Okay, Sunday I believe is going to be a lot of recovery, but then we're going to drive home. So now checkout's usually about 11 a.m. So let's assume that we're going to leave around then. Now I don't think there's anything going on the Sunday. I might be wrong. If I am, we will adjust, because I want to be able to spend as much time with the family as I can. I think this is the third time Brendan and Esther have tried to schedule the wedding. They got hit with COVID restrictions both other times, so whatever they've got planned, I'm going to be there for it. I'm just going to add in the dog sitter stuff again. So okay, so have I got everything? I'm going to pick up the girls, obviously, so I'm not going to put anything in there until I have a little bit more time. Now, in terms of to-dos, I've got that, which is the main lot of to-dos for the week. I'm just going to quickly jump to my weekly actions, which is actually on the back of here. So that's all on Thursday. We'll watch them throughout the week. I'm going to do some of that hopefully on Monday and Tuesday night. Do I put it in? Do I not put it in? I'm not going to put it in for now, just in case. And that looks about right. So in terms of to-dos, I've got to follow up the CBA refund again. It's got a trading course I have to do. I'm going to do that. In terms of to buy, I forgot, Thursday, I've got to go and pick up my dress at the tailor. Nearly forgot. Okay, I don't have to buy anything this week. Oh wait, no, I do. Alright, I'm gonna do my order for Creative Sticker Co. And that's about it for that. Now in terms of habits, so I'm gonna do the health ones over here. And I just realized that I actually was doing really well with the water this week and with the sleeping. I just couldn't not, if that makes sense. So I want to do the journaling, device free time, and I want to just put Sandy plans that way. I'm doing something for the website or the inserts or the channel every day. I think that's pretty much it. Let me get all of this back into the planner and get that organised, and I'll come back. Okay, well, this is what the week looks like. I actually had someone say to me today that they've watched the videos, and I'm always saying about how busy I am, but there's never anything in my planner. Believe me, my work planner does not look like this. So I'm really hoping that particularly these 3 days, I'm going to be able to get a little bit more done in terms of the Sandy plan stuff. Fingers crossed. Other than that, really busy tail end of the week and a couple of things to follow up on. Really looking forward to this wedding like you wouldn't believe. Like, so happy for them. I can't wait to see them finally walk down the aisle. Can't wait to spend some time with the family and catch up and just have fun and let our hair down and all the things. So really big week on both work and personal side. And yeah, tell me, what are you looking forward to next week? Have you got anything big on? Let me know in the comments. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. If you've liked what you've seen, don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out so I know that you enjoyed it. Hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel as I bring out more content every week. And check out my Instagram at _sandyplans_ for more content. Stay safe, be happy, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye everyone.